if I ask you to think about dance, I imagine most of you won't think of peacocks, of flying goddesses, or of turquoise mountains. However, these are all fairly common imagery that are invoked in classical Chinese dance. Although it may seem ancient, classical Chinese dance actually originated as recently as the development of the People's Republic of China. Its movement vocabularies draw from a wide array of sources, including ballet, classical literature, Chinese opera, poetry, and more. Something that is really unique about Chinese dance is the way in which it places modern movement and embodiment in dialogue with historical relics. So, for example, the dance that I'll be performing for you today is called Fei Niao Ji, which translates to flying bird buns. This meaning is double-faceted. So firstly, you can probably see from my hairstyle, so I have two buns and then I have pins of like flying birds. However, there is more symbolized within the imagery of this dance. So it draws upon the imagery of soaring and flying birds, representing this search for freedom, but also of inspiration during times of political and turmoil and strife. This solo was choreographed and it was inspired by this mural. On the left side, you can see a maidservant and she has this hairstyle. For the dancer, the professional dancer from the Beijing Dance Academy that originally performed this, she spent a great deal of time researching and learning from these historical sources, also thinking about like meditation, also the political upheaval at the time, and that is really what I hope to embody for you today. As the president of May, something that we do is that we find performing on campus very important. We really seek to spread cultural awareness through the universal language of dance. And that is something that I've learned time and time again. One of the students' most cherished dance traditions on Haverford's campus is the fall student dance concert, where about maybe 300, 400 people will cram into Marshall Auditorium. It's completely full, both layers. And it's really heartwarming to see everyone just screaming at the top of their lungs for every kind of dance, from Irish dance to ballet to classical Indian dance, etc., to hip hop and all. And then this past weekend, I have the privilege of traveling with 4 of my teammates to LA, where we competed in the World Culture Dance Competition. So this was a collegiate dance competition that brought together teams of different multicultural groups, and I'm proud to say that we placed 4th overall, although that wasn't associated with an award. From audiences, I've really learned that dance is really powerful in the ways that it can really transcend and transgress typical barriers, linguistic, cultural, and national barriers. And our membership of May really shows this as well. We have members of a very wide, diverse backgrounds. So for example, we have Chinese international students, we have first and second generation Chinese Americans, Chinese Canadians, we also have Chinese adoptees, and also other Asian students that are not Chinese by culture, but they're just really inspired and want to learn how to dance. So today I invite you to join me in an exploration of the historical traces in modern movement. Thank you.